to the start of another highly questionable work week. What do you like best on the show today, Bomani?
Melo doing Steph Curry like your dad does you that moment he realizes he just can't beat you.
Vamos, papi.
Are you now convinced that Calvin Johnson is retiring?
I'm convinced that he really wants to. I'm convinced that he's really trying to. I'm not convinced that this is final because I'm also convinced that there will be a lot of people in his ear trying to talk him out of this. He's leaving tens of millions of dollars on the table, and what a stinging indictment of the mismanagement of the Lions organization that Barry Sanders and now him would walk away. This kind of excellence does not walk away early. It doesn't walk away early at this position. He's not merely walking away early. He's giving them $3 million back in order to quit. That's what losing, that's what the Lions do to you.
But can't we be fair to the Lions for just a second? Because we talk about all the losing Barry Sanders did until you actually go back and look at it, and they went to the playoffs a lot with Barry Sanders on the team. Now, it's also possible that this is less about the Lions being terrible and more about what's going on now in the NFL. A guy like Calvin Johnson has a stack of money, and he's got his life ahead of him. Does he really want to take another year of pounding on an already hurt body? This might not have to do with the Lions. This might be about a smart guy with a family that can take care of itself around him, and he just looks at this and says, it's time for me to go.
It's so weird, though, Bomani, because this is not one of the positions that you consider hurting. He's big for his position. He's the highest paid receiver in the game at his position, the highest paid receiver ever. It's a strange story, and it's awfully easy to indict the Lions because of the lack of precedent in it.
Well, I think that really what he wants to do is get on the Patriots. That's what he wants to do.
Well, there is that, right? That wouldn't surprise you at all, right? If the Patriots got him for a fifth-round pick somehow, that wouldn't surprise you, would it?
What do you make of rumors that Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook might end up with the Lakers?
Okay, now this is from the mouth of Stephen A. Smith, who you have to remember had LeBron coming to Miami before the decision, was talking about LeBron going back to Cleveland before he ultimately did that too. And he says that he's hearing it's entirely possible that Russell Westbrook will wind up with the Lakers when he's a free agent and that Kevin Durant might wind up doing the same thing. And I say, it's possible. I mean, I don't think any of us have any real idea what Kevin Durant is going to do. But if you're Russell Westbrook and there's no Kevin Durant in Oklahoma City, I'm not sure why you stay there. I can give you a million reasons why you'd want to go play for the Lakers. They may stink right now, but for a dude who's from L.A., dude, it's the Lakers, man.
Yeah, he owns a home. Westbrook owns a home in Los Angeles. He bought it from a member of the Kardashian clan. But Westbrook's not a free agent until the year after next, which would mean that Durant would be playing there for a year by himself. We always do this with the Lakers, though. They've had the free agent money for a while now. What's the last big free agent that they got? They've had the space for these guys. They continue to swing and miss. Dwight Howard could have stayed there, went somewhere else for less. We'll always talk about it as being a possibility because it's Los Angeles. This seems really far-fetched, though.
Hold on, no. Why did Dwight Howard leave Los Angeles? Why'd he leave? Why'd he leave?
Kobe.
Okay. Who's about to be gone?
Yeah, Kobe.
I mean, it's a lot better job when Kobe's gone, right?
Well, I don't know. These two guys are big celebrities in OKC. They go out, they ride horses all over the streets there. They go stop and have barbecue, free food. In LA, there'll be another two guys, two celebrities, in the whole bunch. So I don't know about that. They wanna be the celebrities. Right. In LA, they're not going to be these celebrities.
You can't just go out on a horse in Los Angeles. That's not going to fly.
I will say this, though. Spending all of your rich 20s in Oklahoma City really is hustling backwards. I think you deserve 3 years in LA of your 20s if you spent the first 7 of them in Oklahoma City.
Does Melo owe Steph Curry an apology for his defense?
Warriors have their worst first quarter of the season yesterday. 18 points. Steve Kerr gets frustrated, throws a clipboard. They win by 20 on the road. Here's how frustrating it is to guard Steph Curry. Melo, that's not allowed. You can't just put your hand on his forehead.
It really worked.
It didn't work, right? That shot didn't count, but Steph made it anyway.
Oh, wow, he's got a scratch on his forehead and everything. See, where Melo leaves me confused is once you decide to put your hand on the man's forehead, you don't take it off, right? Like, all you got there is to hold him away at arm's length. That's the best chance that you got, and I really don't blame him, because what else are you supposed to do with him at this point?
This team is so amazing. You got Draymond admitting the other day, when does this ever happen? Hey, I got selfish, and I was just going for the triple-double. I got selfish. I almost cost my team the game. He didn't cost his team the game, and in this game, he had his triple-double.
Then there's this other thing. After the game, Frank Isola let us know there was a wonderful scene in the Warriors locker room where Melo's son was so excited about getting Steph Curry's autograph.
Oh, ouch.
We are talking about Melo's defense. Did you see his offense last night?
Was he bad? He was bad last night?
Right here.
Oh, no. Oh, Carmelo. What is that? I mean,
That's what you do when you realize it doesn't bleeping matter anyway. We're losing by 15.
What was John Scott's best All-Star game moment? The hit, the goal, or burning Jeremy Rennick?
All right, a whole lot of people had it to be said that John Scott should not be at the All-Star game. The NHL didn't want him there after a prank campaign, got him voted into the starting lineup. He wound up being a captain, and it's like magic, man. It's like a Fairley Brothers Disney movie all rolled into one, right?
It really was. That's the hit right there. Here's one of his 2 goals.
Yeah. You think he grew? You think that was a little help?
I was wrong because you've been the most entertaining part so far of this game. A goal, a big hit. What's it like out there?
Yeah, it's not the first time you've been wrong. I won't just say that, but it's great.
Woo! That dude is the so-called goon. He just had the magical moment, and I just like to note right fast, he could really do all that stuff in an all-star game. It wouldn't have taken no damn prank campaign for him to get there. If I'm a player on the team and the league has treated my brother the way that they've treated him, I might make sure he got a pretty good game and got himself a goal if it were me.
He's got 5 career goals, and now he's got 2 in the All-Star game. That's more than Sidney Crosby. That's as many as Mike Bossy. But he looked going to the ice to celebrate one of those goals like me on skates. Look at how clumsy he looks celebrating. It takes him 4 hours to get down on the ground. It was a really cool story. And then they wrote him in as the MVP. And the NHL is sending out a tweet calling him a hero. The NHL that tried to keep him out of the game traded him to the minor leagues, calling him a hero after the game. How fraudulent was that?
This is such a heartwarming story. This is such a nice story. Hey, John Scott, you better enjoy now because it's not going to last for too long.
Okay, wow. Okay.
He is going back to Newfoundland. I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, it's not going to get any better than right now. Way to urinate on it.
Could Buddy Heild actually be a better pro than Ben Simmons?
No is the short answer to this. Oklahoma beat LSU by a couple of points this weekend, and Heild did what he does. He scored a bunch. Keep in mind this season he's averaging more than 26 points a game. He's shooting more than 50% from the field. He's shooting more than 50% from 3. But I think we all understand that Heild's ceiling isn't a lot higher than this. He's going to be a first-round pick. But Simmons is a very raw, young, freshman talent. His ceiling is much higher than Heild.
Yeah, the question about Heild is whether he has the athleticism that will allow him to be that kind of player that he is now in the NBA. Like, remember what J.J. Redick was in college. He just doesn't have it to be that guy in the pros. The one thing I got to worry about with Simmons is that Simmons has said that if he had his choice, that he would be a point guard because he could distribute it, he could do all these things. Got news for you, dude. You're not a point guard now. You are not going to be a point guard in the league. So at some point, you're going to have to stop acting like a point guard because the team that you're on and the team that you'll ultimately be on is going to need you to take over sometimes.
Well, I don't think that Ben Simmons is really trying hard. Are you kidding me? He doesn't want to be drafted by the 76ers if he's the first draft pick. Are you kidding me?
He
doesn't want no part of that one. He has enough.
That explains some things about how passive Simmons has been this year. He might be on to something there.
I got news for you. Joel Embiid could tell you could go break your foot right before the draft, and the Sixers are still going to take you, buddy.
That might make it an incentive, actually.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
No, I just think that we should all set an example.
No, I agree.
You know, leaders of the community set by example.
100%.
Lead by example.
Couldn't agree with you
So
more.
I just.
My son Stevie show is brought to you by Lumber Liquidators. Hardwood floors for less. Time to play the game that is not to be trusted. Do you question?
You give us topics and events, and we question them.
Do you question if we will see more of Richard Sherman on the offense?
Hey, remember, Richard Sherman was a wide receiver for most of his time in college. He got switched to DB late and became the Richard Sherman that we know. And since the Pro Bowl doesn't count, they do all kinds of ridiculous things, like put Richard Sherman on offense.
Michael Irvin's getting him out there on the field.
Here we go.
Reverse.
Oh, we got a reverse.
There you go.
Whoa!
Richard Sherman
And Richard is going to get his. Uh-oh, even if it's the wrong direction.
That's what he's doing, his Tecmo style.
Well, he's also expecting some blocks, and nobody was going to be doing any of that on that play.
I think on one hand he was expecting some blocks. On the other hand, I really think he was just looking for the path of least resistance. Like, I think he was a little too proud to just fall straight down, but there's some Ted Ginn in that, don't you think?
But hold on, Bomani. That was his teammate, Bobby Wagner, who tackled him at the end. Let's go, teammate. Come on. Richard Sherman has done a lot for you over the years. Wagner, you got to let him go there, don't you? You got to be, or go much, much more gentle. If you're Wagner, you don't want to be tackling your teammate on this.
Like, that right there is where Sherman should have slid. How about Teddy Bridgewater misunderstanding what this game's about and trying to throw a block as a quarterback? Like, that's not even smart in the real game, buddy.
Well, does that mean that someone in our staff actually watched the Pro Bowl?
No, that's the first thing I've seen of the Pro Bowl. That's the very first thing.
It wasn't me.
Oh, no.
Do you question if this ball handler is a nice guy?
We go out to high school basketball, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Let's see what we've got. Oh, and he's going to do it to him again.
Ooh.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Is that the ball handler's problem, or is that just defensive?
I mean, those are pretty quick crossovers.
I mean, that's defensive clumsiness on hair bun there, no?
I mean, it is kind of, sort of. At the same time, I think we need to give the man credit. Those are some big handles. Looks like somebody underestimated him for some reason.
Do you question this woman's decision?
Welcome to Miami, ladies and gentlemen, where people do things like this. They jump in their cars, and they see the cops going too fast, and they say, hey, I'm going to make a citizen's arrest or something.
The reason I pulled you over today, and I'm asking you to come over and have a conversation, is because I saw you since Miller Drive when you were first jumping onto the Palmetto. Okay. And you were pushing 90 miles an hour.
Really? Okay.
Yes, and because I was going right behind you, and you passed me at, I was going, 35 miles an hour down Miller. You passed me like I was standing still.
Okay.
Then after that, you got on the ramp, and we went past Bird Road. I pushed 80 to try and catch up with you, and I was still, eating your dust. You were leaving me behind, and I was going 80 miles an hour. And I just wanted to know, what's the emergency?
I don't know how fast I was going, but I can tell you this, I'm on the way to work right now. I don't believe I was speeding, but like I said, you're entitled to your opinion. I just saw you now when you pulled over next to me, which is why I pulled over here. I thought you had some kind of emergency or anything. Everything fine?
No, everything's fine. Yeah, it's your speeding.
Okay, well, I apologize, and I'll be sure to slow down then. Okay?
Yeah?
Yes. Okay.
All right. It's
Anything
just...
else?
I
My
think
name,
that...
badge?
No, I just think that we should all set an example.
No, I agree.
Leaders of the community set by example.
100%.
Lead by example.
Couldn't agree with you
So
more.
it just irks me because I see kids nowadays. I ride with my boyfriend's kids all the time, and the other day we saw a cop drive past us and it's concerning. Okay. So, all right.
All right, take care. Be safe, okay?
Thanks.
Oh, that wouldn't have gone that way for Bomani.
It would have gone that way for you. He volunteered to come off his badge number. When the hell has that ever happened? Like, on one hand, I'm amazed that she thought to do this. On the other hand, kudos to her. How did you tell me what it is like? I just want somebody to tell me.
Do you question if scoring goals is the top priority of Argentinian soccer?
So is this going to be a soccer clip or Diego Maradona at a pie eating contest? Oh.
Well, but there could be no goal scoring now.
Whoa!
There we go. That's what I like.
You don't normally see this in soccer. Their hands are a little soft. Dang!
Did my father just yell, "That's what I like," and then a curse word?
Yes!
That's the way you play soccer in Argentina. That's what
wow.
I like Argentinian soccer. There we go.
Yo.
Yeah.
Number 20.
Mano, mano.
Wait a minute.
Number 21. That's what he.
Oh, this keeper's got hands, though.
Yeah, he just got rocked, and now his time has come.
Wait a minute. How do you not see those fluorescent gloves coming for you? He was connecting even though those fluorescent gloves were telegraphing everything.
Yeah. We need more of that in soccer.
I mean, this
You know, that's what we need, to get more fans to watch the game.
What is he
that's
doing?
it.
Relaxing into it? I mean, what is he doing? He's just enjoying
I watch
sitting.
something like that every day of the week.
Okay.
I mean, I would too. Let's be honest.
So
If
would
you
I.
knew it was going to be a fight like that in soccer matches every week, you tell me you wouldn't watch.
Coming up next on my son's TV show.
I know what heartbreak feels like.
Oh, baby girl.
And it's not easy to be rejected, but more importantly, I'm thankful that Emily does get to continue this journey, even if it's alone.
Oh, I'm sorry to laugh at her profound pain, but when you soothe your profound pain by going to an overfed dog, it's funny.
You gonna run it for this Hornets girl or nah? Show me you really about your money, girl, or nah?
Don't play with a boss, girl. Take it off. Take it for a real one. You gonna get it all.
Is you really about your money or nah?
Can you really take this or not?
Can I bring another chick or nah?
Is you with this here or not?
This broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time to play the game that is ready to take another lover. See or no?
Tell us what's on television tonight. He's almost always intrigued.
On Fox Sports Southwest, Magic and Spurs.
No, thank you. I don't think I'd be interested in this if it were in the playoffs. If it were in the playoffs, it'd have to be in the finals. I still don't think I'd be interested in it. Here's a commercial for the San Antonio Spurs. They do very local things, the Spurs do. Here's for a grocery store locally.
Any question before we make jalapeno poppers?
Why is the market stressed like that? Jalapenos are spicy, man. Gotta protect.
Why do they take so long to make? Paris was not built in a day.
That was wrong.
Whatever.
Can I use my knife?
No.
My oven mitt's too small.
That's not a question.
Why don't we just buy H-E-B jalapeno poppers? They're made by hand with cream cheese and thick sliced original bacon.
That sign doesn't say cooking with Timmy.
Wow, that's the first time I've ever heard Kawhi Leonard speak. Bomani, are you intrigued?
I am intrigued. Hey, man, y'all need to get my man 10-Day in that video. Jonathan Simmons, that dude they got that plays like he's on a 10-day contract, the hardest working man in the NBA. Put a little extra money in his pocket because clearly he can't go back to where he was before.
What about that 7'3" dude? Put him in the commercial, too. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued because of late, the Spurs, they're having a lot of troubles. They lost against Golden State. They lost against the Cavs, and tonight they're facing another tough team.
Oh, wow, look at that. What was that? Yeah, the Magic.
You never know. This line might continue tonight against the Magic.
I'm so glad he was laughing. I thought the meal ticket was about to keel over right here in front of us all.
It sounded like some sort of bad medical emergency.
I was going to have to call my broker. We got some problems.
On Bravo, watch what happens live.
Matt Harvey is on. He's on with Connie Chung. They're playing a game of some sort. What happens? What happens in the game?
Never, ever, ever have I done a three-way.
Actually, let me toast. And let's have another drink. Good.
Okay. Good.
Wait a minute. So you drink when you have, or
Yes,
you drink
yes,
when you
yes,
drink when you
yes,
have? Okay,
yes.
Congratulations to both of those two. Bomani, are you intrigued?
Connie Chung just asked him if they'd ever had a three-way before because I'm just trying to think of the list of things I imagined that would happen if I met Connie Chung, and I'd hope that would not be on the list.
Yes, that is odd. I asked poor questions during our interviews. If that's what we could have gotten. Ours was so bad with Matt Harvey. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Can you give me the bottle of water there?
Oh, really, Poppy?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
very intrigued.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
The threesome,
all right.
are you kidding me?
All right, wow.
I'm right there.
Unpleasant. Whoa. Oh, yee.
I'm just going to act like this is whiskey.
Oh, whoa.
No, because I'm very disturbed by what just happened. And I'm not telling on myself here. I'm trying to watch the taste of this out.
On ABC tonight, The Bachelor.
Come on, man. Knock it off. What do you got now?
I think in order to be intentional about relationships from here on out, and to try to make things work and to figure out if things are going to work.
Wow.
I'm going to have to say goodbye to Haley. I'll step away for a second just to give you some time.
Thank you for everything. I know what heartbreak feels like.
Oh, baby girl.
And it's not easy to be rejected, but more importantly, I'm thankful that Emily does get to continue this journey, even if it's alone.
I'm sorry to laugh at her profound pain, but when you soothe your profound pain by going to an overfed dog, it's funny. Bomani, are you intrigued?
Oh boy, you sure you picked the right one though? Like, I'm not asking if you're sure you made the right choice. Like, are you sure that you got the right one? Because it'd be really embarrassing to get halfway through and be like, where's that birthmark on your neck? Oh.
Yeah, that would be embarrassing. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued, but I don't care about those girls in the Bachelor, Can you imagine being that dog, in that house, eating and sleeping all day long, I mean, that's the guy that is the winner there.
Really
I'm telling you, that dog, he has the life of a king.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun for the next couple days, though, because she's going to be messing up everybody's mood.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
2 radio shows for you. 10 to 1 Eastern over here on ESPN Radio. 4 to 7 Eastern over there on ESPN Radio.
Gracias. See you mañana.
4?
No, 4.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. 5? No. Come on.
It's like I feel like I need to drink, but it'll be misconstrued again.
Foul.
Not 5, not 6, not 7,
no.
not 8.
Come on, Dad.